Can you use Cloud Code as webhooks? Hi, I'm Alex, the architect from Webhooks, and this is Talking to the Architect, and today we'll be answering Dash Nomad's question. Dash Nomad wants to use Cloud Code functions as webhooks so his Stripe functions can trigger Backfrap code, and this is certainly achievable, but there are a few steps that you have to take first. The first one is to enable web hosting in Backfrap so you can have a Backfrap domain for your app. So all I have to do is go to App Settings, Server Settings, scroll down all the way to Web Hosting and Custom Domains, click Settings, and in here I have to activate Backfrap host, and this will give you a suggested subdomain name in Backfrap. But those domain names are unique, and perhaps the one that is suggested to you is already taken for another user. So in this case you have to try different ones. You can type in different ones and try to save until you find one that works for your app. Mine is externalcall.b4a.app. So this one was available, so all I have to do is click Save, and in a new tab you can go to externalcall.b4a.app, or in your case the suggested domain that you use it, and you have to see this screen. Congratulations, you're already hosting with Backfrap. Once you got that done, you have to go to the Cloud Code section and write an express route for that. So here I am into the Cloud Code section. Inside the Cloud folder, we're going to create a new file, and this file must be named app.js. When you hit Create File, the new file is there, and we can write a Express.js route in here. So I'll write a very basic one so we can test. So app.get, then we have to pass in the route that we're going to respond, in my case /mywebhook. And this will take a request and response that will arrow function to our code. And all I'm going to do is to respond the send and put in a JSON object in here, in my case message and hello world. Click deploy. Now, after the deployed, we can go to the URL that you set and put /mywebhook. And here is message hello world. So this is the first response that you can do to your Stripe function to trigger Backfrap code. A very smart move that you can do in here is to check the origin of your request and perhaps some authentication. But I cannot guide you through that because every platform is different. So Stripe is one way and Twilio is another way. So I have to figure out through their documentation how to check if the request is coming from the right place, because if you don't, some user that finds this route can trigger the code themselves, and you really don't want that. Now, what if you want to trigger some Cloud Code functions as Dash Nomads asked you? All you have to do is go to the main.js file, and in here we're going to write some Cloud Code. So let's write a hello function. So parse.cloud.define, and then we're going to pass the hello name, and this will make a async request that we're going to arrow function to our code. And all I'm doing here is to creating a new class and setting a property for it. So const my object equals new parse.object my class. For this my object, I'm going to set a new property called my property with the content my value, and then await my object dot save. So this will create a new class named my class with a new property called my property with the value my value, and then save it. We're going to deploy this code. And then we have to change our route to execute that code. The first step is to make this async as well. And once in here, we can call that code by typing await parse.cloud.run and then passing in the function name, in my case hello. Click deploy once again. And now let's go to our database browser. As you can see, I only have my user and role class in here, but if I come back here and reload, and come back here and reload too, you can see my class with my property containing my value. So this triggered a whole Cloud Code function from an external call. Once again, you have to make sure your call is coming from the right origin and perhaps do some authentication. Some other users won't find out your root and trigger this root themselves. So this is a potential security issue. You have to find a way to determine if it's coming from the correct origin and it's from a valid authentication. So there's no mud. I hope you liked this content. If you did, please click the like button and consider subscribing to the channel so you can help us grow. Also, share this link with a friend and they can learn something too. If you're already subscribed, thank you for that. And if you have any questions, suggestions, or any implementation you'd like to see, please leave it on the comment section down below. We always answer all the questions. I hope this content was useful to you and hope to see you back. See you soon. Bye bye.